The Formula One world was shaken in early 2024 with one of the biggest announcements in recent history: Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari. A seven-time world champion leaving Mercedes, the team he dominated with for over a decade, is no small decision. But with this move comes a series of challenges: adapting to a new team, a different working style, and an entirely unique culture. Sebastian Vettel, who spent 6 seasons at Ferrari and fought for podiums while finishing as runner-up in the championship twice, understands the inner workings of the team better than most. Although he never secured a 5th world title with Ferrari, his admiration for the team remained strong, largely due to his respect for Michael Schumacher. Given Hamilton's long-standing connection with Mercedes, both as a team and a power unit provider, the shift to Ferrari won't just be about learning new strategies, it will be about adjusting to a completely different mindset. Vettel has pointed out that switching teams is always a major transition, but joining Ferrari is an even bigger adjustment. Working with new people is probably the biggest challenge, Vettel remarked. He further explained that most Formula One teams operate under British culture, whereas Ferrari, being an Italian team, follows a different philosophy in how they approach racing and decision-making. However, team dynamics are just one part of the equation. Hamilton will also have to adapt to Ferrari's new car, the SF25, which, according to former F1 driver Shinji Nakano, could prove to be a difficult machine to master. Observing Hamilton's pre-season testing sessions in Bahrain, Nakano noted that the SF25 appears to have carried over some of the unpredictability of its predecessor, the SF24. This means Hamilton will not only have to adjust his racing approach, but also go through a meticulous process of fine-tuning his driving style to get the most out of the car. There's a lot of anticipation surrounding Hamilton's first season with Ferrari. His move away from Mercedes wasn't just about a change of scenery. It was about proving a point. After a tough 2024 season where he was outperformed by his teammate George Russell in both race and qualifying battles, Hamilton is looking for redemption. He has already completed his early test runs with Ferrari, including laps at Fiorano during a filming day and his first on-track experience with the SF25 in Bahrain. However, with the season opener at the Australian Grand Prix just around the corner, questions remain about how quickly he can adjust to his new machine. Nakano believes this adjustment period could be particularly tricky, even for someone as experienced as Hamilton. While the SF25 showed promising speed in testing, it also displayed signs of being a peaky car, one that can be unpredictable and difficult to handle under certain conditions. Ferrari's past struggles with car stability are well known, and if those issues persist, Hamilton may have to modify his approach significantly. Respected F1 engineer Gary Anderson has also raised concerns about whether Ferrari's latest car suits Hamilton's driving style. From 2022 to 2024, he dealt with an inconsistent Mercedes, and last season was arguably his toughest yet. Although he managed to secure a couple of victories, it was clear that the W15 didn't complement his strengths as a driver. Early impressions of the SF25 suggest that Ferrari's engineers haven't fully eliminated the balance issues that plagued them in previous seasons. During testing, Hamilton's car was seen bouncing on certain sections of the track, causing a few minor off-track moments. Anderson suggests that if Hamilton is struggling to keep the car stable during high-speed runs, it indicates that the setup isn't giving him the feedback he needs to push with confidence. At this stage of the season, there's always an element of uncertainty. However, when a driver of Hamilton's caliber is seen making mistakes or running wide in testing, it raises questions about how comfortable he is with the car. Anderson believes that while Ferrari may have improved certain aspects of their design, the SF25 doesn't yet appear to be a major upgrade over last year's Mercedes. For Hamilton, a predictable and stable car is key to maximizing his strengths. His ability to extract performance depends on how well he can trust the machine beneath him. If the SF25 continues to display erratic handling characteristics, He may find himself in a similar situation to his final years at Mercedes, constantly searching for the right setup rather than focusing on outright speed. Despite these concerns, expectations for Hamilton's debut Ferrari season remain sky-high. Some believe he will need time to adapt, while others think he will settle in quickly and challenge for podiums right away. Former F1 driver Guido van der Garde has a particularly optimistic outlook, predicting that Hamilton could secure 17 to 18 podium finishes this year. That would put him firmly in the title conversation, something that seemed unlikely just a year ago. With the Australian Grand Prix set to kick off the 2025 season, all eyes will be on Hamilton to see how he handles his first competitive outing. In red, will he rise to the challenge and prove his doubters wrong? Or will the transition to Ferrari be more difficult than anticipated? Hamilton's move to Ferrari isn't just about winning races. It's about leaving a lasting legacy. He has already cemented his place as one of the greatest drivers in Formula One history. But switching teams at this stage of his career brings a whole new set of expectations. Many believe that if he can adapt quickly, he will be a serious contender for the championship. However, Ferrari isn't just any team. It's a team built around Charles Leclerc in recent years. Former F1 boss Bernie Ecclestone has pointed out that Ferrari has invested heavily in Leclerc's development, making it unlikely that they will shift focus entirely to Hamilton. He's been there all the way through, so they are hardly going to sideline him for Lewis, Ecclestone stated. While it's possible that Hamilton will become Ferrari's lead driver, it won't happen overnight. One of the biggest factors in this battle will be their respective strengths. Leclerc has been exceptional in qualifying, often pulling out remarkable one-lap performances. On the other hand, Hamilton has long been known for his racecraft and ability to manage tires over a full Grand Prix distance. Van der Garde believes this contrast will make for an exciting dynamic, with each driver having an edge in different aspects of the race weekend. Hamilton might struggle against Leclerc on Saturdays, Van der Garde suggested, but on Sundays, his race pace and experience could give him the upper hand. However, he also emphasized that much will depend on how comfortable Hamilton feels in the car. He needs a stable rear end to extract the most from his driving style. If Ferrari can provide that, he can do incredible things. The stage is set for one of the most exciting seasons in recent history. Will Hamilton's decision to leave Mercedes pay off, or will the transition prove to be more challenging than expected? The answer starts to unfold this Sunday at the Australian Grand Prix. What do you think? Will Hamilton thrive at Ferrari, or will he struggle to adapt? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.